Hey, this is Mike with Riding in the Ozarks, and this is part 2 of the shop update video. I had to cut this thing in half because it was getting kind of long, and people have told me they don't want to watch 15-20 minutes of video at one time. So, we're going to pick up where we left off. If you have not watched part 1, there'll be a link to it up here. You can go check that out before you watch the rest of this video, or it may not make a whole lot of sense. Alright, it's the next day. I'm dragging ass just a little bit, not too bad. Not that I drank too much, just too tired. We had a friend that maybe drank a little bit too much, and he decided he'd better leave his bike there and called for a ride, but his ride was a little slow getting there. They had to come from a long ways and drop some other people off. So we sat at the bar till closing with him just to make sure he had a ride and he got home okay. And then we come home and I'm tired because I'm old. I don't do that stuff that much anymore. So anyway, time to get back to work on the Springer, and hopefully we'll get some more stuff done at the shop today. We bought some more supplies to try and fix that place up. Alright guys, I'm filming by myself today, so I couldn't show you how to actually put the carb into these rubber boots, but I'll kind of show you what I did, how I do it. 'Cause this can be a little fucking tricky. So, I get one side in, and the boot's all smashed around kinda halfway around, and the other half's, you know, inside of the edge right here folded up. Now I just take a screwdriver and I work it gently forward from where that's over and work it around the edge until it pops over the intake there, and then it's in. So we've got our cables already kind of hooked up. Yeah, make sure I get them in the wheel, back through the assembly there. Choke cable's on, it's not tightened up yet. Those kind of things we'll adjust here in a little bit, but yeah, everything's kind of on except for the fuel line here, and I'll have to feed that through and attach it. That you can get to after the tank and everything's on, so that'll probably wait. This is our overflow. Alright, so I got it all kind of back together. Throttle cables in and everything's there, and I even had the air cleaner on it and stuff, but I took it back apart, at least that part of it, after I knew I had it all lined up. Put a little bit of gas in it, turned the gas on, cranked it a little bit, and it's leaking at that inline fuel filter. So it also needs a light bulb and a choke knob, and I got a couple of hose clamps to go where that filter connects, but I think I'm gonna go buy a brand new fuel filter, some hose clamps, see if I can get that bulb, and if I can find an old plastic choke knob to go on the end of that choke cable, then we can worry some more about trying to get this thing back together and started. It's 90% together. Now, whether it'll run is a whole different story. So anyway, we're gonna go to town, get something to eat, and go work at the shop some more. All right, guys. Well, we're back up at the shop, and it's by no means done, but there's this garage door is not on an automatic opener, so I don't hardly ever use it. So we got my miter saw set up right there where we were cutting 2x4s and stuff in the trash can. That's that corner where April was painting. Boy, that looks bright and white. We still have to paint the shelf. I did get the card in here, the service card that's going to be my water station. I got that mostly filled up with water, so that's looking pretty good. We got our place for hanging jackets and putting helmets, and then of course still got to paint that. Got that in here, plywood up there and there and down through there and down here. And boy, look at the difference between the white and the yellow there. And down through there, if I do that, big difference. I still gotta get some lights in here. Got some lights up there that aren't working right now, so we're gonna replace those and lighten this up a little more even, but it's getting there. I still have some junk in this corner that I gotta clean out where I'm gonna put the lift. A lot of that is where takeoff parts are sitting and stuff right now, and parts that go on the DR that I've already bought. Speaking of the DR, there's the mighty DR 650. I'm gonna get those bags on there pretty soon. Of course, April's bike is all covered up because she didn't get no paint or nothing on it while we were in here working, so we covered her bike. Now I just gotta see if I can get that stinking 1988 Springer Softail to start. So that's next. Alright, I'm back to working on the Springer. I found the light bulb for it, and I got some hose clamps for the fuel line. We're gonna put that stuff in and on and see if this thing still leaks gas when I turn the petcock on. I've got to work on the throttle cable adjustment and see if I can get this thing to start. Runs till it runs out. Alright, well, I cranked on the Springer for a while, and as long as I put starting fluid down the throat of the carburetor, it'll hit. It's just not picking up gas from the bowl. I'm guessing there's still a jet that's clogged or something else, but I'm running out of time. I leave for vacation in a couple days, so I'm going to put it back together and let my dad work on his motorcycle. I'm sure it will run because it was running with a different carburetor on it. I can't get it to run with this carburetor, and I don't have time to take it all apart and go through the carburetor a second time. The jets looked okay to me, but I'm no expert on this particular carburetor by no means. I'm probably no expert on any carburetor, but I get by. Alright, if you like this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. If you do that YouTube thing, check out the content on my channel. And if you dig it, you can hit that subscribe button down below. Ring that bell to be notified the next time I drop a new video. And as always, thank you for your support. Stay safe and keep on riding.